This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no one.
a second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin versus the World. I'm SeptumSin. And we really are at the main event. I mean, the Xbox stuff is going to come a little bit later. I still have a few more things to throw into the pickups before I am willing to show off the collection. I don't want any pickups straggling in the wind when I am showing that off. So this is my PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 collection. I say that because I've got like 3 PlayStation 5 games, so that would be a very short video. So this here, I'd say it's, if not as numerous, probably more numerous than my Switch collection. Probably the biggest grouping, because I went whole hog into the PlayStation 4 when I got back into gaming around the time my wife and my mother teamed together to get me a PlayStation 4, which was really nice of them. It was awesome. I really just went whole hog into it. It was a lot of fun collecting for it, and I really just overwhelmed myself with games that I have not beaten yet. So all of these games are my originals. Nothing was rebought because it's my current system. I don't consider the PS5 current. I still consider it next gen because most of the people out there don't have one. You either are lucky or bought from a scalper, or you are a scalper. Those are the people that have it. So this is really current gen as far as I'm concerned. But we're going to get started because we got a lot to go through, and I might even have to break this up into some into 4 chunks, which they're all going to be one video, but I'm probably going to just take it, put one up on the shelf, restart to the next half of the video, put that up on the shelf. So let's get started with the .hack GU trilogy games here. Now, this one comes with volumes 1 through 3 and a new one, volume 4. The .hack games are really supposedly cool, and I've seen almost all the anime. This one was the one anime that had me confused, and it was probably because I never played the games. So I thought I would get into it. .hack is one of the original, hey, let's go play a multimedia MMO, and then people who die in the game die in real life. There's a problem. As you can see, I've gotten a long ways into this. It is on my list. A lot of these are on my list. You're not going to see a lot of these I say I beat. But this is one I really wanted to try out. So I am looking forward to putting this one together. Alright. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I got it because, well, it was really, really cheap at the time. I think it was like $10. I've never played it. The codes are still in there. It was still bought brand new. I don't know. I mean, I've heard that it is very good. I mean, as far as models, like for instance, they even used the 3D models of Notre Dame Cathedral in order to help rebuild it, which is pretty cool. This one had a lot of bugs in it, but a lot of those have been fixed. So I am curious. I've never really played a traditional Assassin's Creed game. The only one I've ever played is Odyssey. So maybe I'd like to just get in there and do it. I only played like first few minutes of the original game, and I was like, this is stupid. But we'll see. I just don't like that whole futuristic going back in time bull crap. Just do the stories. So this is one of the original ones my wife had gotten me with the PlayStation for Christmas. And that was Batman Arkham Knight. I had beaten all the other games except for Origins, which I am surprised Batman Origins is not in there. Huh. I swear I had that in my PlayStation 3 pile. I guess I don't have Batman Origins. Well, that's kind of sad. But Arkham Origins was one I needed to beat, and I don't know. Maybe I'll find another copy and get one because I do want to try and beat that game. But I swear I have it. I gotta have it somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look for it. Maybe in part 2 of the video I'll just show it off. But this one was pretty good. It was one of the only mainline Arkham games that I haven't beaten. And it does look good. It's big. And I admit I got pretty far. I just haven't finished it. I like going around to 60s Batman. Bendy and the Ink Machine. I got this because it was one of 2 games that I heard was exclusive to GameStop for a while, and I don't know. It looks kind of lame, but there's mixed opinions on whether this is creepy or not. But I'm curious about it, so I'm willing to try it out. I mean, you're going in an animator, going back into the studio, and you're haunted by the creation. That's pretty cool. Now, BioShock was a freaking awesome game, and when they released this remastered collection, I jumped on it right away. I loved it on the PlayStation 3. 2 was okay. Never got to play Infinite. This was my ticket to get all of them remastered, reworked, and they're freaking awesome. I have them on digital, so I haven't stuck the disc into the machine more than like the initial time, but it's still a really cool looking game. I love the slipcover, and I just need to get it because it has all the DLC and everything. So I do want to do it. Rapture just fascinates me. It does. It fascinates me. Bloodborne, again, one I have digitally now, and I need to get the DLC. I think it's downloaded. But I played a little bit of this. I've only beaten one of the Soulsborne series, which is the first Dark Souls. This one looks fun. I do love that kind of horror aesthetic. I just gotta sit down and just like, it's like one of those games. I'm definitely going to get to it eventually. Like everything else. Like Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. Everybody tells me Borderlands is awesome, and they redid the graphics for this. And now with the PlayStation 5, it's going to run buttery smooth. I will eventually. I've started it. I just have gotten bored each time and quit. But maybe next time. Maybe next time I'm going to get in and do it. I've got the Handsome Collection on digital, so I do plan on checking it out. Now, on the PlayStation 1, I missed out on the Crash Bandicoot craze. So I said, you know what, I'm going to get in on it with this this Insane Trilogy. It's got the first 3 games. It looks beautiful. I played through part of the first game. It's fun. I really like it. My cousin was obsessed with Crash Bandicoot. I don't know. I really need to get back into it. I need to play the 4th game as well. But this looks fun. It's been playing fun, and I'll try it again. I think when I need a short game, I could play one, come back to the other, as it goes. Daymare 1998 is one I tried to make a priority to grab. For a while, I tried playing it upstairs on the smaller TV. Now we got a bigger TV upstairs, but I couldn't read the text. It was so teeny tiny. This was a really cool project. It was by a guy who was making a higher graphics version of Resident Evil 2. Well, then we found out that there really was a higher graphics version of Resident Evil 2 coming out. So he repurposed all of the assets and made his own survival horror game. It looks fun. What I played of it's fun. I'm going to have to try it a little bit more later on when I have more time downstairs. This one I got on a Black Friday deal, and as you can see, Days Gone has not even been opened. And with that PlayStation Plus collection that comes with the PlayStation 5, I've already got it downloaded, so it's probably going to stay closed. But I'm keeping the physical because you never know what's going to happen to the digital stuff. I've heard some really cool things. My wife and I really wanted to get this since we first saw it announced, because you saw these hordes of zombies coming towards you in numbers you thought were impossible on regular hardware. And it was just really cool looking. I'm going to have to eventually open this up and play it. It looks like a fun, cool open world game. This is when I upgraded from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. There's not really much more of an upgrade. I just like Deadpool. It's fun to play. It's not the greatest in the world. It's just, simple action platformer. But still kind of fun. I love the sense of humor. The writing is great. I like Deadpool. He's a fun character. Never beat it, but I played a lot of it. Alright, Dead or Alive, last round. This came with most of the DLC that wasn't cosmetic, but this game has a crap ton of DLC. Like hundreds of dollars. Like, you could buy a PlayStation 5 for the amount of, or you could buy all the DLC for this game. It's a pretty solid fighting game. The Dead or Alive series has a lot of pretty solid fighting games. I do like that this is the full game with most of the characters. And it's just, you get lost in all the DLC. I just go with what I've got. And that's it. That one was a weird one. They came out with like this thing with, you got this core one, which you could get for either free or next to nothing, and it had just like a few fighters, and then you could just add on to it as it goes, but adding on to it was the most expensive way to do it overall. So I got this when I upgraded to my PlayStation Pro and got the Death Stranding one, and it came with the physical of Death Stranding. This is the new Kojima game, and the first one from his studio. You play this guy who does deliveries in this post-apocalyptic future, and you gotta avoid ghosts, you gotta build roads, you gotta build a lot of stuff, and you gotta rebuild a lot of stuff. It's actually not bad. I enjoyed it. I really don't have any urge to play it again. Maybe when they do an upgraded version of this, which they are planning on doing, I may come back to it, because it is very pretty. It's very kind of zen to play, but I don't know if I need a time waster in this day and age. So Doom 2016. I've heard a lot of fun stuff about it. Never played it. That's all I can say about it, because I've heard a lot of fun about it. I was never a big Doom person, but I heard, go get this anyway. I'm like, okay, I got it. Who knows if I'll play it, but I got it. Another one I really want to try out is this Dragon Fantasy. I want to say this was a limited game, limited run game. There's a second one. I'm surprised that that's not on here, but again, it's more of a Dragon Quest clone, and I liked the look of this, so I was willing to try it out. I mean, I like a good old-fashioned, old-school turn-based RPG. There's nothing wrong with that. I got this. This will also remain in the box. The reason why I bought this, Dragon Quest XI, was because I had heard that the more it's supported here in the States, the more likely that 12 will come to the States, because they were debating it at the time. Now, there's a better version out for all systems now of this that has more content, and I do have that version for the Switch. And I also have Game Pass, so I could just download it there. But I'm trying to beat the other ones I haven't beaten first. That means dusting off the 3DS, but I will do it. Another one I haven't opened yet, but do plan on getting to, is Dreams. I've heard a lot of cool stuff. This is not one that I would get for the software to build a game. It'd be more about me trying to play what other people have come up with, because you get access to everybody else's dreams. And it really is. The people who create a little big planet decided, hey, why don't you be a game creator? And they were like, okay, we'll try. And there you go. That's Dreams. All right. Skyrim Special Edition. Upgraded graphics. Capable of doing mods on the PlayStation 4. It's the best way to play Skyrim on your consoles. I mean, this one or the Xbox One version, they'll do. But it is the best way to do it. It functions the best. The worst way to play it is the way I originally played it, which was the PlayStation 3 version. Skyrim is an awesome game. If you haven't played it and you like action RPGs, play it. It's really good. It is really, really good. Elder Scrolls Online, I mean, obviously no game subscription required. I went ahead and I got this. I play around a little bit with it, but I've never gotten into it. A lot of people really like it. I mean, the world of the Elder Scrolls would be perfect for an online RPG, I always thought. So I do understand it. I just, again, a time suck is not something I need. I've got plenty to occupy my time. I don't need one thing to just spend everything in. And MMOs are that one thing. Is like, I'm going to play this every day. And this is all I'm going to play. No, I don't need that. The Evil Within, I upgraded this of the PlayStation 3 version that I had for this because it was more stable graphically. Because the third one, you can see somebody's animal gnawed on this. The third game, sorry, the third game, the PlayStation 3 version really pushed the limits of what it could do graphically. And this one doesn't even touch the limits of what a PlayStation 4 can do. It comes with a DLC, and it really is fun. I haven't beaten all the DLC yet of it, but I have beaten the game again. And it's really fun to go through and then go through it again on New Game Plus. It just really is fun. I need to continue to collect. I think I got all the map pieces. So, you know, it was just fun collecting it all. And of course, I've got the second game when it came out and haven't touched it. Everybody says it's the better of the two. I love the imagination that comes with these games. The creature imagination is cool. I've heard this is a fairly good successor. Actually, not a successor, but an in-between. A go-between between Resident Evil and Silent Hill. And I would like to see more in that series. Fallout 4. I mean, come on. I've got the one with the socks. It's I can't remember where the box is, but it has the socks in it, Best Buy edition. I mean, Fallout 4 is just awesome. I've got the Game of the Year edition downloaded everything, so this will never leave the box, likely. Again, but I played the heck out of it. I've beaten it. I like Fallout. Fallout 3 was awesome. New Vegas was awesome. This one was really good. It wasn't as awesome as the other two, but still pretty good stuff. Alright, Far Cry 4. I beat it because you can beat it by just sitting there at the beginning of the game and not doing anything. So I've beaten this game. That's kind of funny. But in truth, I still have not really gotten into this one. I played a little bit of Far Cry 3, but I really haven't done much with this one at all. The only one that I've beaten is 5, and I was disappointed, so it's kind of like, eh. But I do need to get into this one, and 3. I do have 3 downloaded as well on my PlayStation, so maybe. Maybe. Well, next up we have the Final Fantasy Remake Deluxe Edition. I didn't spring for the super expensive, but I did want to do something nice because it was a special occasion. It was like a return of an old friend. It was what got me into PlayStation in the first place, Final Fantasy VII. It got me away from Nintendo, which is kind of weird, but, you know. And now it's downloadable, so now I've got it, like, digital because it's part of PlayStation Plus. So all this is already digitally downloaded. And with the main game digitally downloaded, all the extras that I still have downloaded, you know, it's already available. But it has a nice art book, has the soundtrack, has a steelbook, which I believe is what I got the game in right now. Yep. With you can see the Shinra tower and all that. It's a pretty cool steelbook. I do like the steelbook. And of course, this, which is kind of a play on the original. I guess the big question of it all is, do I like Final Fantasy VII Remake better than I like the original? I like that they're taking more care with the story, but I really do like the original materia system and combat system. If they sped it up a little bit, improved it graphically, then that would have been much better for me. But still, it's alright, and I look forward to the sequel. Out soon. Final Fantasy X and X2. 10 is a solid game. 10-2 is a alright game. Pain in the butt to get on 100%. I have beaten this. I've beat the other one. You actually are part of Video Game Diaries. You've seen me talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake. This one I beat a long time ago when it was on PlayStation 2. I haven't beaten it remastered. But I do like this, and there's a little thing that connects the two, a little story-wise. So this is the addition to kind of get if you really want to play the games. And I do look forward to revisiting it eventually and trying to play through it again. Because it was a really fun game. And more complex than you would think. More complex than the hallway they make it out to be. Alright, Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age. Again, this was the Final Fantasy where I stopped playing Final Fantasies. Because I remember playing on it for a little while. I'm not going to show the code, but yeah. I remember playing on it for a little while and then just never beating it. But I remember that because a friend of mine who has since passed, I remember I got really sick. He came over to visit me where I was, and I couldn't take him back because he couldn't drive, so I couldn't take him back because I got so sick I was throwing up. So he just spent the whole time playing this game that I had on the PlayStation 2. It was so fun to watch him doing it as I would throw up every 20 minutes. But still, I really did enjoy this from what I had played. And I do look forward to getting back into it again. Now that I've beaten Final Fantasy 2, I'm working on 3. And then I've got 4 4 and that sequel to 4. I've beaten 4, but I want to go through the sequel to 4. Then it goes straight up to that one because I've beaten all the other ones all the way up to it. So then, of course, Final Fantasy 15 Deluxe Edition. I was so psyched when this came out. I was so ready. I played a bit of it and then never picked it up again. I've got it all on digital. But this one also comes with the movie, animated movie, Final Fantasy Kingsglaive. And I've been told it's probably best that I waited. Now it's a little bit more complete. It looks beautiful. So maybe I just need to get back into it. Get back on that horse. Alright, one I'm playing currently is Ghost of Tsushima. You can see it's empty right now. But Ghost of Tsushima is amazing. You are a samurai and you are going around righting wrongs, as you should, I guess, in the country, as you're taking back the country again from the Mongols. It's beautiful. Plays like a dream on the PlayStation 5. I stream it to my PlayStation 4 upstairs. I've been living this game for a long time. And this is why I'm not playing anything else, because I'm playing this one. Sucker Punch outdid themselves. This is a gem. It's a masterpiece. It's super fun. It's one of those games where, yes, you can fast travel, but I usually go on foot because I love all the encounters that you have. It's just amazing. Another one that everybody tells me is amazing is this one. God of War. I got it for $10 on a Black Friday deal. Will I play it? Maybe, eventually. I've heard so many good things about it. So, I mean, I've heard this is kind of a retread of it. It's not as crazy as the other games, but I really want to try the other games first before I really launch into this one. So, we'll see how it goes. Injustice 2 Ultimate Edition. This thing. This game is probably one of the best fighting games on the system. If you like DC superheroes, you will like this. I mean, I think I want to try and get this on digital, but I don't have it on digital because it'll be easier to access both upstairs and downstairs. But it really is a lot of fun. My wife loves this game to death, which is another reason why, because I don't want to keep lugging the game up and down. But it is a beautiful game. And it is worth the time to go into. It's just, it has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in it. The first game is also excellent. It's an amazing. They're both amazing, very solid fighters. The story is really good. So, you know, it is really fun. Now this is Judgment. This is a spin-off of the Yakuza series, and from what I've been told, this one is going to maintain the old-style Yakuza fighting system, whereas the actual Yakuza games from the future are going to maintain the Like a Dragon turn-based system. And this, you're playing an actual lawyer. You're not playing a Yakuza. You're actually playing one of the good guys. And I was very curious about this. The only one of the Yakuza types, but it's a spinoff, so it's okay. Other than Dead Souls, which I do need to get a copy for the PlayStation 3 eventually. This is just, you know, I don't know why I'm obsessed with getting them all. I haven't played a single one of them. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of something I haven't played much, King of the Fighters... was it 14? It's got one heck of a roster. And it is a very solid game. I just got to get in on it. I can sit in a fighting game for a while. I could play on it for several weeks. Just learning the moves, mastering each character, and just having fun with it. And eventually I'm going to do that. I mean, I got this thing really, really good. I mean, it was $30 on sale. So... it's fun. I just really enjoyed it when I played of it. I beat in the arcade and that, but I need to go through story and all that. Another one I got on like a Black Friday sale was Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition. I waited because I was very curious. It was an open world, realistic medieval style RPG. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do with these things. I was very happy to get it. I was waiting for it, and now I'm like, I can't play it. So I went ahead and I got this as well. Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far. In the lead up to the Kingdom Hearts 3 release, this has all of the Kingdom Hearts games, all the way up to 3. And of course, they have another edition that's on top of that. But it has, 1, 2... So Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, which is the definitive edition of the first game. Chain of Memories. 358 over 2 days. These are all like adaptations of the mobile games as well. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, A Fragment Passage, and then the Kingdom Hearts X Black Clover. Now, I have the updated version of this on digital that has the third game. I just don't have the third game's DLC, but I've only beaten the first game in the series, and eventually I need to get back into it. I played a good portion of Chain of Memories, but I hate the card battle system. Maybe I'll get back to it. Maybe. Last of Us Remastered. Last of Us was the very last game I was playing on the PlayStation 3, and the game kept glitching the heck out. I got it on the PlayStation 4. It was no longer glitching. It's an amazing game, amazing story. It's worth having. I don't know why they're trying to remake it again. It still looks beautiful. Some of the mechanics are a little bit pain in the ass to go through, but it's not so bad, really. Then The Last of Us Part 2. I've heard a lot of things about this. I do plan on playing this eventually. And I've heard the game mechanics are much better because they were kind of clunky in this one, fighting-wise. So I've heard they've improved a lot in this. So maybe I will check in on that and just see how it goes. I've heard a lot of good things on it. I used to have this on the Wii, Lego Harry Potter collection. I used to have both these games on the Wii. They looked muddy as all get out, so I'm hoping that these look a lot better. They'll probably be the next games I really play Lego-wise, because I really do like Harry Potter stuff, despite the J.K. Rowling stuff. It's also cool to have them on one disc. So I am looking forward to getting back to those. Alright, Man of Medan, the Dark Pictures, they have a trilogy, and this is the first of those. I plan on getting the other one as well soon enough. I hope to get them all in physical. I haven't played it all the way through. I played the heck out of Until Dawn, but this one I haven't. Something about this one is not as appealing as the first one, but still, I am glad to have it. I will play it and beat it one day. Medieval I recently got. I've presented it. I never played the original. Much like Crash, I'm just going to have to catch up to these original PlayStation classics I missed. But it looks a lot of fun. I mean, you're playing a knight that's kind of redeeming himself because he died right away in the battle. Then you got Metal Gear Ground Zeroes, which was the precursor to Metal Gear 5. It was a very short game. I am kind of looking forward to just trying this out. I need to play it. I want to beat 4 first before I get into this. I've heard this is the last real complete Metal Gear, even though it's really short. Before 5, when Kojima kind of got screwed over by Konami. Konami, you ruin everything. So, we're looking at, of course, Metal Gear The Phantom Pain, which is the 5th Metal Gear game. There's a lot of mixed thoughts about it, but I've heard that the actual game system is extremely fun. I really need to get back into Metal Gear. I do. I replayed and I beat the 3rd game not too long ago. Maybe I just need to get back and just get back on the horse, play one of these. I've heard a lot of mixed things. Mortal Kombat XL. I love this game. I love the fact that's why I waited for 11 was the Ultimate Edition, because I wanted all the DLC to be done. And that's what this was about, was getting all the Ultimate stuff, because it has, I mean, all of these horror icons. You got the Alien, you got Predator, you got Jason, you got the person with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You got so many of these. It is sad. I wish that they had gone ahead and just left and put Freddy on here, because that would have made this complete. This is a lot of fun. We play a lot of it. My wife loves this game. I really like this game. I need to beat it on storyline so I can say I fully beat it. It's going to be done. I got this because I like Naruto, which is Naruto Ninja Storm 4, Road to Boruto. It kind of starts from the beginning and goes all the way. So this is probably the most complete version of this game, series, and it has a crap ton of characters. You actually can access characters from all of them. That's a lot of characters. So, who knows if I'll ever get to it. But still, I mean, there are decent games. Speaking of games that I've started Ni no Kuni when it was on the PlayStation 3. And I really wanted to get into it because it was one that Studio Ghibli worked with on it. And you can tell in the animation style. It is gorgeous. But they redid it for this, and they did it again on the Switch. But unfortunately, the Switch is just kind of just a port of the original. This is kind of more souped up. I do plan on replaying this game again, and this is the version I want to play to finally beat it. It looks really good. It's a semi-fun RPG, and the reason I want to get that done is because I want to play this. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. I've heard mixed things about it. It's very different. It's got a kingdom building mechanic. Ghibli is not on board for this one, but it has that still visual art style. I think it's kind of cool because they're not chained. These were selling like... I mean, they weren't selling, so they were just like dirt cheap. You could get these for. So I was like, yeah, I'll get the special edition. It costs next to nothing. Yeah, fine. I am looking forward to it, though. I love some good RPGs, and that's going to be fun. Another one that I got, which was Nier Automata. They're remaking the original Nier. So I am curious, but a lot of people love this game. I don't like bullet hells, and I've heard it's very bullet hell-like, so I'm very leery. Very leery about this. But we'll see how it goes. Neo 2. I've got Neo 1 downloaded, and this one I've technically got downloaded too, but I've got this is the physical. I plan on just going ahead and doing the upgraded versions. I want to wait for a while and then see if I can snag both up like as a one-pack of 1 and 2 re-upgraded with all the DLCs down on it. That's what I'm waiting to do before I play into these again. Because I've heard they did a good job. They smoothed out the combat. And it's supposed to be Dark Souls, and the first one is kind of be an adaptation of a Kurosawa unfinished screenplay, so that's also there. I'd gone ahead and I'd gotten No Man's Sky also before it started shooting up in price. I got it for the 15 at the time, and I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about this game now. Not so much back when it was there, but I had heard they were starting to really do some good things when I got this. And now I've heard it's finally at that point where they're finally living up to what they were supposed to be as a game. I'm looking forward to that. Observer is one I got on a limited run games. I've heard some fun things about this as a horror game. I haven't gotten much other than just cyberpunk horror. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. Overwatch. Everybody loved Overwatch. I played a little bit of it, and it wasn't bad. It's not for me, but it was kind of fun. I played through each of the characters, tried to see which ones how each of them played. I think I stopped playing with the one with the hamster wheel, and then I decided, okay, well. So I decided to do some random stuff, and I suck at it. But nobody was yelling at me because I had the mics turned off. So I rebought this. I actually had another Steelbook edition for Persona 5 because I've heard so many good things about it. I played a little bit of it, and then I heard that they were going to come out with this Royal Edition. So I stopped. And now I have the Royal Edition Steelbook. So it's supposed to be all of the 5, but more. Because, yeah, I need like a massive RPG in my life. But it does look like a lot of fun. I had a hard time getting into the Persona games because they're very complex. You gotta do a lot of micromanaging, managing all of your personas, leveling them up separately, looking how everything is. It's a lot of micromanagement. But I'm willing to give it a try. Maybe I can just start with 5, and if I really like it, then I go back. I played a lot of 3. And so maybe I eventually just beat 3. Alright, Ratchet and Clank. I've heard this is a really good remake of the first game. I've only ever beaten Up Your Arsenal on the PlayStation 2. And it really was a fun game. I played a little bit of this remake. It looks good. A lot of people said it was really awesome. It's a movie tie-in game where the movie sucked and the game was really good. Ratchet and Clank is just fun in general. I really enjoy playing what I have. I just need to get back into it. So now let's look at Resident Evil. I got this so I could have all of them on physical. So this is the Origins collection, which has the remake of the original game and the and Zero, which they both kind of got re-resed for the PlayStation 3 a while back, and HD'd up a little bit more for the 4. And they do look good and they play good. I haven't bothered to open these because I still have the downloads for my PlayStation 4, but I just wanted to have these on physical because it is cool having them all. Same thing for this. I mean, Resident Evil 2 Remake, it is really good. I need to just get down and beat it on normal mode instead of just easy. But I'm a casual gamer these days. That's just how it is. And it's, but it's still fun. 3, I need to beat. This came with it. I didn't really need the Steelbook. And everybody tells me this is like the short one and so short and easy, it's too easy. I'm down to casual gaming. I'm not like I was in the old days where I could beat Resident Evil 1 on hard in an hour and a half. That was the best I could do. And now I can't beat any of them these days. Resident Evil 4 I haven't played in a long time. I beat the heck out of it on the PlayStation 2 version and 4. Both of those versions I played and beat it on. Sorry, not on the GameCube. I played it a lot on the GameCube and beat it. I played it again on the PlayStation 2 and beat it. I haven't played it on current hardware very much, but it is a classic Resident Evil game. 5 I beat on another system, but it's kind of cool to have it with all the DLC. It was a decent game. I enjoyed it overall. It was fun. It was a fun thing. 6 is good on co-op, and I have beaten the heck out of 6. I beat the thing on PlayStation 3 originally. It was a good game. I did enjoy it. A lot of people don't like it. They hate on it. I mean, it's where Resident Evil was going. 4 led to this. This was the only way that it could have gone. It really was. So I'm sorry, but it was. I played a bit of this Secret of Mana remake. I had such high hopes, but they did such a sloppy job on it. The hit detection is terrible. This game plays worse than the original Super Nintendo game. I'm still keeping it because I wanted a physical of it, but it's so much better in the original. Alright, this one I got just because it was just kind of cool to have this. Sexy Brutale. It's one of these kind of lower graphics ones. And it's kind of a murder mystery type deal. I've had some fun plays-throughs on it, and I need to play more of it. So Shadow of Mordor, Game of the Year edition. I've heard a lot of this game. I've heard a lot of good. I've played very little of it, but I like Lord of the Rings stuff, and this is a Lord of the Rings game. So, hey, looks like some fun stuff. Same with Shenmue 1 and 2. I got this. I need to get a physical of 3 just so I can have them and maybe one day play them. I had them on the Dreamcast 1 and 2, but then I got rid of the Dreamcast before I ever really got to play it a lot. Again, I was in grad school at the time that I had a Dreamcast. I was actually living in this house at the time. It wasn't mine at the time, but I was living here. And I don't know. I still have to think about that one. So, of course, finally we're down to our last pile with South Park Fractured But Whole. This was great because it also came with Stick of Truth, so I could upgrade my PS3 to the PS4 version of this. And because unlike the PS5, no PS3 games work on it because PS3 was such a pain in the butt. I played this. I beat the heck out of this. And the content, it was just so fun. I mean, the first one was fantasy RPG playing, which is really fun. And this one was superheroes, also incredibly fun. I beaten all the DLC, and that's saying something that I beat the heck out of this game at this day and age. It really is. It just is fun. It's like if you like South Park. If you like South Park, you owe it to yourself to play these games. Stick of Truth and this are games that you should play because they're like watching a freaking South Park episode. Alright, I got the Spyro Reignited trilogy. I'm kind of sad that like some of this is not on the disc, but it is what it is. But still, you know, Toys for Bob, I heard, did an excellent job of this. Again, I must have missed out on all the mascots for PlayStation in the day, because this was another mascot for PlayStation. And again, I just didn't get any of these. It wasn't my focus. My focus on PlayStation was RPGs, mostly. It really was. That's what I got it for, was RPGs. And survival horror. That was it. So, yeah. Okay, so I was wrong. I do have a Star Ocean in physical other than Star Ocean 2. I have this one here. Integrity and Faithlessness. I don't know anything about these. It was cheap. I have not played any Star Ocean game since the second one. But who knows? One of these days. I got like this. I got a crap ton of them on digital. We'll see. See my digital like PlayStation. I got a digital one up somewhere on the site. So this one came with the original one because my original PlayStation, which I have sold to somebody, was a Star Wars edition. I am keeping my copy of Battlefront. Well, I shouldn't be keeping my copy of Battlefront. This one needs to go to him, so I'm probably going to go ahead and package that in with him. So, you know, that's going to be packaged inside. I didn't think it came with that, but I am going to put that in the thing with. So technically I don't own that one, which is okay. I didn't play it anyway, so yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Let's see here. Let's see. Then I got Uncharted 4 because I got like the collection on digital, so I figured I would go ahead and get 4. I've heard a lot of good things. Again, I wasn't into the huge stuff like this, but I've heard it was really good. One of these days I'll get into it. Until Dawn was the thing I wanted a PlayStation 4 for. It really was. Your choice determines who survives. I mean, yeah, I want this. I wanted this, and I'm kind of glad I have it. I beat it. I made sure everybody died. That's harder than it looks. It really does. It takes effort to kill off everybody, but you're playing them through a horror film, and it has so many different outcomes. It's really cool. You're actually acting out a horror film. Okay, I had this Valkyria Chronicles. I did have the original on the PlayStation 3, but this remastered edition looks beautiful. It's an amazing tactical RPG. I need to play it through. The anime that they made for this was also awesome. If you can find it, watch it. I love this artwork. It's just so beautiful. It was beautiful on the PlayStation 3, and they made it even more beautiful when they up-resed it. It is just a beautiful game. Alright, Watch Dogs 2. Never played the first one. Played a little bit of this one. Looks fun. Kind of a GTA clone with some tech on it. That's about all I can say about it. Alright, now the Yakuza games. I don't know anything about the Yakuza series other than they look really cool. It looks like, again, a GTA clone, but a little bit more complex. So I'm just going to go through each of these. I've got Zero, which is one of the only ones I've got on physical that it didn't come with a steelbook, so unfortunately. But Yakuza Kiwami, steelbook. Yakuza Kiwami 2, Steelbook. This, which I had waited for a while, which is this Yakuza Remastered Collection, which is really cool. It comes with 3 and 4, which... Sorry. It comes with, 3, 4, and 5. And... which is really, really neat. Because this allowed me to bridge the gap. And I do love how they have it in this... I could actually literally put this in my PlayStation 3 collection and have people be freaked out by it. I mean, it's empty, but yeah. It's just kind of fun. Of course, I'll probably end up playing these on the Xbox because they're all on Game Pass now, including this edition, which I might end up just doing it that way and then not having to open them. I have the 6th game, which is also the sealed edition here. Also the limited edition. And I have the limited edition Steelbook of Like a Dragon. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm just obsessed. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably am. I went ahead and I got this ukulele because I don't know why I've been wanting to get into these like mascot games, but it's supposed to like bear homage to games that I'd never played as a child, but that's okay. It still looks like fun. So now onto the 3 PlayStation 5s. Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War. Got that with my PlayStation. Probably never play it. I'm not very good at Call of Duty. I get killed all the time. I don't have the reaction time. But I probably will try and play the story mode. Demon Souls, I got killed all the time and I decided to take a break from it. But it looks amazing. It looks spectacular. It's probably one of the few next-gen experiences that we have. And then, of course, Miles Morales, which has the remastered Spider-Man. So these are the PS5 editions. Really good stuff. I want to play these games, and I am going to play these games eventually. Well, that's it. That's my entire PlayStation 4 collection, and my PlayStation 5 collection to boot. Well, if you like this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and share. And we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.